Hello, welcome back to the channel. Orlando here. How's it going today? Are you having a good day? Because I am. It's a Sunday. It's actually Father's Day here. So happy Father's Day to everyone out there who's a father. And yeah, I just wanted to give you an update on what's been happening this week as we get ready for some exciting times ahead in the channel. The first thing that's been happening this week is really just a video blog today, just telling you about some of the news, the things that we're up to. And I think the first bit of news really has been I've finally got an itinerary for my trip to the US, to Anthro, New England. Gone onto the Qantas website and I've booked myself some plane tickets. And yeah, I get to go there in premium. It should be okay. Get a bit of sleep out. On the way back, I'm actually in the business class cabin. Wow. Business class all the way back from New York to Brisbane. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But spend a lot of points doing it, it might be said. In the US, yeah, I'm going to have 3 nights in New York when I get there. And then I'm going to do something a bit weird. We're going to get a train. We're going to go by Amtrak from New York up to Boston. And I've got, I think, a total of, I've got 4 nights for the con. And then I've got another 2 nights on at the end. So we're going to have a look around Boston and be a tourist for a while. Then it's a train back to New Jersey. I'm going to basically hang out in New Jersey for a couple of days and then fly back to Australia. So we've finally got all of the itinerary booked. I think everything that needs to be booked is booked apart from transfers to and from the airport. Yeah, we will be fine. Yeah, just looking at the con though, it's a bit unusual. They still have a mask mandate, would you believe, for some of the areas. Didn't think that would be on, but yeah, still got to wear a mask in some of the areas of the con. But yeah, we're going to have a good time anyway. It's going to be a lot of fun. The only thing that worries me a bit's the weather, as I can't really control the weather in Boston and New York in January. It could be cold, it could be wet, it could be snowy even. So, goodness, for that reason, I've been trying to avoid things like hire cars, just because I'm a little concerned about driving on the wrong side of the road anyway. Here in Australia, we drive on the left, and then, of course, in the US, you drive on the right. So it's always a bit confusing. Even when the conditions are good, I find it a bit difficult driving on the wrong side of the road for me. But we'll have a good time anyway. Between now and then, I've got a bit of practice to get in. Yeah, we've got a couple of events on here. We've got, first of all, we've got the Blacklight Furry Market, which is on the 21st of September, Sunday. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I believe they've actually got a headless lounge, so we'll be taking my character here along. And yeah, we'll do a bit of plain clothes shopping first, and then we'll probably do a bit of fursuiting and getting to talk to people. Then there's another small con after that. There's the so-called Tales of Terror on in Brisbane in October. So again, that should be a nice rehearsal, nice dress rehearsal, so to speak. And we'll spend 3 days there doing whatever we do, try and take in a few panels. I've got 1 night's accommodation, 1 night only, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. It could be a good night. And as I say, my dancing skills are shocking. I'm going to have to learn. Someone's got to teach me. But we'll have a good time learning anyway. In terms of going overseas, I think I showed you the case. I bought a case, which is good. Need to get myself some Apple AirTags now. I've got 1. And guess what? I lost it. I didn't know what it was. Oh, we've got a dog here. Dog's complaining about something. I don't know what the dog's complaining about, but it's complaining about something. So anyway, I did eventually find my Apple AirTag. It was in the door of the car. But I'll just hop online and buy a few more so I can basically put one in the case of a fursuit or fursuits, and one in my regular case, one in my carry-on, and hopefully not lose too much luggage between Brisbane and New York. It's going to be a bit difficult to go to a fur con without a suit. If the suit's gone missing, that would be very, very, very bad news. Apart from that, there's not too much I need to do, I don't think. Get my son up here for a few days to look after my wife while I'm away. I think that's something we're working on at the moment. Getting time off work shouldn't be a problem. I've told work what I'm doing, so they should be okay with it all. I hope so, anyway. And yeah, so then we're almost all set to go. What we're going to try and do now is obviously try and talk to my friends in the States and see if I can tee up some times when we can get together and socialise. I think at the con it shouldn't be too much of a drama. We should be able to spend a fair bit of time hanging out there. But outside the con days, I don't know what I'm going to do actually. Yeah, it'll be a tourist mostly. Be a tourist. I've booked one concert to go to. And we'll see what, though January is not really the peak time for anything, I don't think, in that part of the world. I think it's definitely a good time to go in terms of getting availability of accommodation and getting availability of transport. So yeah, that's going to be fine. But anyway, we're having a good time. This week it's another fur meet on Tuesday. We're going to the South Bank Furs on Tuesday, or should be, assuming everyone's okay health-wise. And then yeah, we'll try and line up some more walk footage, walking around the South Bank Parklands. Last time I took about 40 minutes of footage, so I thought, and got home after the meet and found that I only had 3 minutes of footage. For some reason, we were walking around with a camera in standby mode for about 37 minutes, and I was not an impressed deer dragon, I can tell you. No, not at all. So anyway, we're going to hopefully get a bit more footage of my good friends, the South Bank Furs, being probably less than sensible. And yeah, it's good. Well, that's really all I had to say at this stage. There really wasn't a script for this. I just sort of thought I'd turn up here, make some content. I do have a couple of scripted things, or scripted ideas for videos I will do in the next week or two. Things that basically got a bit more structure to them. But in live today, we just chill out, have a chill Sunday. Did do a live stream this morning. My live stream was pretty good actually. We looked at some of the bits and pieces around the room, looked at some musical instruments and a few of the decorations around and about. And as I say, it's, apart from the fact the flaming internet dropped out halfway through, so someone didn't get the answer to their question. But it's actually working quite well, because here I've got, as I say, I've got a nice big extension cord that goes with my microphone here. So I can actually get up and I can actually move around the room a little bit. Hang on a second, so you can actually get up and we can move about without unplugging anything. And I can still carry on talking because my headphone, oh, trod on the dog then. Sorry, dog. Sorry, doggy. Didn't mean to tread on you, mate. But yeah, you can actually move around the room and do things. Yeah, I talked to these two guys. These are two of my most treasured objects, actually. These date back from the days when droglets could actually be you things that were fun. If you look at this guy here, he's got a V on his paw, and the reason is that he is a Viagra tiger. Yes. Save a pair of Viagra tigers. Whenever Viagra tigers get up together, I dread to think. Perhaps off camera, guys. We keep it off camera, please. This is meant to be a PG stream. We're not meant to be doing that sort of activity on camera, so we'll let you guys go over there for a minute. And yeah, we're going to have fun. We're going to have some fun. So at the end of the day, let's face it, we don't wear a fursuit for being sensible. No way. This is not an activity we do because we have to do it. It's an activity we do because we're going to enjoy ourselves and do some silly things. And I think flying half around the world to wear a fursuit in the middle of winter is probably fairly silly in its own right. But at least it'll give me a break from the Brisbane heat for a while. I won't roast me bits off. And it might be quite nice doing a fursuit walk outside in a partial fursuit in freezing temperatures. Stay nice and warm. And then, have a good week, guys. I'll sign off in a minute and let you go, and I'll carry on being deery and dragony and doing silly things. Until next time, have a good one. Stay safe. Keep it nice and weird. And do something that makes you happy and doesn't hurt anybody else. Okay, bye. Bye. And where's the off button? There we go.